Hey guys, I'll be right with you. Give me a few moments. All right, what's up, everybody? You guys on Zoom, could you guys hear me okay? Let's make sure I'm not having any audio technical difficulties today. So can you guys hear me on Zoom? Test it. Oh, let me move down the chat room here. All right, you guys can hear me? Cool, cool, cool. Good morning, good morning. I am not Dan, I am Lucian. But thank you for the compliment. All right, guys, so let's get started. Give us a second, Lucian. What does that mean? Oh, dang it. All right, so you guys can hear me good. Let's go. What's up, my bear? All right, guys, so looking at patterns, futures, left shoulder, head, right shoulder, upside down, inverse head and shoulders, looking like it's breaking out here today. What's up, Anisha? So we'll see if it can get above this 29, 27, 28 area, and then kind of next up look at that 29.50 area. And then probably, you know, just assume that 3,000 market will be, or level will be resistance too, whenever it gets up to that point. So let's take a look today and see what we got for the watch list. And we'll take a look at BLDP. We're going to look if this one can continue above that 465 area. Kind of has a bull pennant or a kind of a flag or ascending triangle. Excuse me, right now on the 5-minute. So where is that right now? Puts us 465. I'd say $5 is resistance as well. So we'll keep that peripheral off to the side right now. So we'll look for some continuation. Again, it's a little bit overextended, so we'll just keep an eye on it. So I'm going to look at our watch list first, and then we'll go over to trade ideas. Life, kind of an inverse head and shoulders on the daily. See if it can get above that dollar area. So dollar would be resistance. Not really digging it so much right now. DCIX. Let's see, needs to get above that 127 area right here. 140's resistance, and not really liking that one at all right now either. What else we got? CRNT. All right, let me do this. Needs to get above that 340. Right around that 343 area, this might be forming a V bottom or a possible inverse head and shoulders. You can see a left shoulder head. Maybe it'll form a right shoulder and break out. So this is one to keep an eye on. Needs to get above that 340s area from that previous double top. If so, might have a chance to break out. AWSM. Kind of an inverse head and shoulders. You can see that 756 range. So this is a little bit funky here, but it might have some continuation. So it needs to get above that 750 range. These are big candles right here. So this is one to keep an eye on. AWSM. And last one before trade ideas is alt. So alt needs to get above that 1831 range. Not really digging some of those right now. So let's take a look at, I do like AWSM and maybe BLDP. Let me see, BLDP. All right, so let's take a look at trade ideas. NBEV, that should be a pot stock, I believe. NBEV. Looks like these pot stocks are getting a little bit of a pump. So pre-market high is at 634. Daily, on the daily chart, 720 resistance. Let's see after that. Yeah, so it'd be all-time high. So you can actually see kind of a head, left shoulder, right shoulder area. So if it breaks above that 630s range, it might be breaking that head and shoulders pattern. Let's see. Creed's making some videos. Love it, Creed. NBEV. So, yeah, I'm going to put NBV. We're going to keep an eye on that. NBEV. See what that one does here. See if it can break above that 634. Problem is, obviously, you can see it went up there right pre-market. Now it's dumping off. So we'll have to see. Draw a trend line right over in here. Yep. Kind of like that. So we'll see if it can form. We'll see kind of head and shoulders-ish right now, but see if it can hold this trend line and maybe go up and do an ascending triangle and see if it'll break out. So we'll keep that one on watch. Let's see. OSN right now is moving up. Oops. OSN. Let's see. OSN. Ooh, it's a little bit messy on that chart. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Getting a little bit of pop right now. You can see pre-market high around that 290s range. If it could break, see if it could break $3. Looks like it's got some news. Yeah, so we'll keep OSN on watch as well. A little bit of a funky pattern going right now, but we'll see if it can get above that. Maybe that $3 range. Has a history of pumping. So, yeah, we'll keep OSN. Put that one on watch as well. What else we got? Maybe IGC. Let's take a look at that one. And that one's kind of dumping right. Well, let me see. If it can get above that 220 range. And see, previous high was at 205. So you guys can see it's rejecting. It failed that previous high over here at that 205. And it's kind of failing right now. So, What else we got? What are you guys looking at in the trade room this morning? I got NBEV, OSN, and then kind of from our watch list, BLDP, maybe AWSM. Guys, if you are just kind of following us or you haven't really been paying attention, you guys can see right up over here, AMD. I'll take a look. If you guys go over to our trade alerts results, right over here, if you guys will see, we do 80-90% success rate every week on our trade alerts results. So if you just pick random weeks here, you'll see 93%. Down over here you'll see 93%. Last week we did 89%. So our trade alerts really fire off. So guys, if you're members and you get our trade alerts, again, we use a combination of our trade alerts with our watch list as well as trade ideas. Remember, these alerts, again, just go back and look at our results, 80-90% every week. You have a combination of our trade alerts up with trade ideas, and you'll see many of times these stocks will break out before or like while everybody's paying attention to trade ideas, right? So you want to have a good combination of a good scanner like trade ideas as well as our trade alerts. All right, so where's what Shockwaves? Where's this page at, Lucian? Not sure what you mean. Where's what page at? This one? Shock, the trade idea is one you just shown. Yeah. Oh, the trade idea is live screen share? That would be right over under live streaming right over here. This is where we post all our links every day. So we we share all of our live streams. No, the results. That's what I just showed you right over here. Just go to categories, go right over to trade alerts results. So right here you'll see all of our results. So you guys will be able to see this. Guys, we send out our trade alerts, our watch list every single night with our trade alerts. Again, we're about 80-90%. I mean, when you have 80-90% of your alerts firing off, it's a pretty darn good ratio. Let's pull up AMD, and then we'll see what we'll be watching. Let me turn my fan on, guys. I'm a little hot today. AMD. All right, so 34.14, previous high, might be holding. Let's see if we can get it above that. It's at 32.31 range. This is one to keep an eye on AMD to the side. See if it kind of has a hammer here that forms on the 9 EMA on the daily and continues up. So we'll keep an eye on it. So I think at this point I'm going to look at, let me split my screen. All right, let me split my screen here. All right, so I like AM or NBEV, OSN. Maybe I'll look at both of those right now. OSN, NBEV. Look at the daily again on OSN. So this has a history of pumping. If it can obviously pump and dump right over here with OSN. So we'll see if this one will continue up. I'm sure they'll have some crazy volatility on this one right here. So hold on, my charts are getting a little wacky right now. There we go. So we're going to keep an eye on OSN and yeah, probably NBEV. So you can see right here, there's your trend line right over here. Buyers are still trying to kind of hold it over here. So we'll see if this can hold, maybe go up and form a possible ascending triangle. We'll have to see. OSN's kind of double topping right now on a 5 minute, so we'll have to watch right this one here, see if it fails. Showing some weakness right now, so we'll have to keep an eye on it. We could draw kind of a trend line like, let me go back here to the 5 minute. And it's kind of a little bit messy, but we could do it on a 1 minute. Kind of connect it down like this, so it could still fall. So this pattern's a little bit weird right now. Might be doing an ascending triangle. We'll have to see. Kind of like, again, you can see it goes up, comes right back down. Buyers came back in, push it up. It's a little bit, these candles are just kind of a little bit all over the place, whereas NBEV, much tighter candles. We'll see right here. This one will continue up. Yeah, sometimes I have candle glitches, Freddy, myself. Yeah, we'll think or swim. And for those of you guys watching on YouTube, real quick, again, our website here, Bullish Bears. If you're not a member yet, we have a day trade room, swing trade room, futures room. We do all of our chatting in our trade rooms each day. We do our watch list every night with our trade alert setups. Our trade alert setups go off about 80–90% a week. Again, both on our swing trades and day trades. So guys, you know, we're very inexpensive to get trade alerts and watch lists sent to you every day. We do trade ideas, live streaming each day. So we do a kind of a try it before you buy it. Trade ideas is our favorite scanner. It's a $120 a month scanner. We share it live each day. So again, kind of try it before you buy it. We do our live streaming every day under here, under the members only section. We have thousands of dollars worth of courses over here. And if you're not a member yet, you can come subscribe right over here. And so that's that. So let's take a look at what's going on here at the open. And NBEV might be trying to hold still, so we'll keep an eye on this one. I know you guys were talking about ACBFF. Let me take a look and see at that one real quick. That's a Canadian pot stock. Kind of an inverse head and shoulders. Left shoulder head, right shoulder. Man, nasty looking, messy chart right now. This one might have a chance to go up if it continues. Got to get above that 970 range to continue up. Still might be looking. If you can't hear me on again, Michael, try restarting. Try restarting Zoom. All right, so I'm looking closely at NBEV. Let's take a look at ACBFF. OSN might be selling off right now. Let me go back over that. OSN. Market's about to open, guys. Yeah. Man, OSN is really sloppy right now. Oh, there we go. So OSN, want to see if it can break and hold above that 309. Again, crazy volatile candles right now. Low floater. So these low floaters are going to be pretty nuts. You can hear every loud click of my keyboard. Perfect. Thank you, Creed. I'm peripherally watching AWSM, see if it's building some volume. Kind of has a inverse head and shoulders-ish pattern. on the 5-day, 5-minute. And you can see right up over in here, NBEV, 9 and 20, or the moving average lines are crossing over. It's a little bit weird of a 1-minute candle, so we'll see if this can hold and break above and get above that, probably that $6 range right up in here. Whoop. There we go. Next up, 634. Which one is Dan looking at? NBEV. Okay. Dan just shared that chart in the trade room, guys. Yeah, got a nasty volume. Look, lots of volume right at the gate. And you'll see right here, OSN, a little bit choppy. I might actually switch over to AWSM at the moment. Let me take a look at this one. Actually, I'm going to put NBEV over to the side. Got some nasty looking high wave candles right now on NBEV, so we'll see if they can hold right here and get above that $6 range with that 634 above. I'm looking over here on my peripheral chart with AWSM. I don't like this high wave candle-ish right here, but what I was looking at is on the 5-day, 5-minute, kind of has a left shoulder head, right shoulder, or a cup and handle-ish pattern. You'll see it kind of rejected right below 756. But if it can break above 756, it might have a breakout. So you have kind of almost an ascending triangle-ish. But if it rejects, it might be a double top. So we'll have to watch and see. What's up, Allie? You know, so OSN might be doing kind of a cup and handle-ish pattern. So let me look at OSN again. So you can see kind of a maybe a cup and a handle pattern going right over here in OSN. Or kind of an ascending, might be forming an ascending triangle. So we'll see if this can hold right here, get above $3, and possibly set up for a breakout above that 309 area. So we'll have to see if this can hold and go. You guys can see kind of a top forming right down that 310-ish area, holding the lower trend line. NBEV's a little bit sloppy right now over here on these kind of these high wave-ish candles, but might be trying to make a push up. Needs to get above that 612-ish area right in here. 610, 612 area. And then next up will be 634. Keep an eye on OSN. See if it can break above that 310. What is next up after that one? Yeah, this one could definitely pump if it gets above that 310. It's got some room to run. And OSN and NBEV are the ones on trade ideas right now. So keep careful that these many times they'll pump up and then they'll dump. So right now, NBEV's a lot more sloppier. This one's still struggling here with OSN. Thien says, 2 trades, 2 greens, TLRY and Cron. Nice job. I'm still keeping an eye on AWSM. That one still might be trying to move up. I actually might. So now you can see NBEV is failing right now. I'm going to put AW. Let me put OSN over here. OSN. EWSM. Right here. There you go. So now it's right above that 758 range. smaller candles, it's a little bit messy, but let me just go over to that right here. So you want to see it hold that 7, get above that 758 and hold and continue up. Otherwise, it might double top fail. Yeah, so you have kind of a shooting star candle right now, so it's a little bit messy right now. But I was keeping an eye on it on a 5-minute. I was looking, I saw it broke above that first 5-minute candle, but no, it's starting to maybe forming a possible shooting star if it doesn't hold on the 5. I'm also keeping an eye on BLDP. OSN is now failing as well. So you guys can see it failed this lower trend line. So now I'd probably adjust it. I'd probably move it. It's a little bit messy here. Let me let it form, but you'll see it kind of has basically a triple top failure, or head and shoulders, head, left shoulder, right shoulder failing. So that ascending triangle-ish pattern is now failing that lower trend line. Now you can see right here with AWSM, now watch if the retest, if there is one, holds at 758. Next up would be it's pretty much, it looks like it's at all-time highs, so unless my chart's not showing properly. Yeah, so be careful with this one right here because it is overextended. It looks like it's at all-time highs, so there's really kind of no gauge to go off. I'd put it at about $8 next up if it can go up that high, but it is a bit overextended. That would worry me a little bit. Oh, dang. If for anybody that's watching on the watch list, look at this. Alt took off today. Look at that. Nice call on that one, Angel. If you guys were watching pre-market, I was totally ignoring this one. For any of you guys that were watching, $18 up to $25 today. That was on our watch list. That one just totally broke out today. Let's look at the 1 minute. There you go. See, that's where I was. What I tell you guys earlier, guys, right? What did I say? I said many a times people get distracted by trade ideas, which we love, and they completely miss stuff on our watch list. And you guys will see, I had that line mapped out in the pre-market. I had it peripherally over, complete onto the side of my other charts, ignored it, and look, what did it do, guys? It went above $18 up to $26. $27, no chill. So that's a $9 move on a watch list, and there was your nice little, right here, kind of, it's kind of a symmetrical triangle, but there's your flag right here. You guys see this? Boom. There was a nice flag pattern. Spreads are probably a little bit nasty on it, but you guys see this? One broke right out. So this one ran up crazy. $9 move on a stock that was on our watch list. Again, not on many people's radar because it was only 400,000, you know. Well, now it's got 400,000 volume. And now it looks like it's halted. So that was a nice mover today. Looking at the other ones right now, NBEV, don't like the pattern. OSN, It's on the 5 minute, it was looking a little bit better, but I don't think I still like it. Yeah, no, it's a little bit messy right now. I was seeing kind of possible cup and handle. It's just all over the place right now. Let me... Yeah, Alt took a flight today. Why are my scanners not working? There we go. I'm looking, guys, on my charts to the side here, and it's not loving what I see. Possible AWSM still. Let me keep an eye on this one. AWSM. So you guys will see that left shoulder head, right shoulder, inverse head and shoulders breakout, but then it failed. Oh yeah, this is the one I think that's a all-time highs. Yeah, so that would worry me a little bit. I'm not gonna look at that one right now. Let me take a look at Galt. Yeah, it looks like YGYI is hitting trade ideas. YGYI. This one's looks like it's taking off right here. You can see right that 5. Let's do this. There we go. This one's really taking flight right now. And look, that rejected right below $6. You got to be quick. Let's take a look at the 1 minute. Yeah, this one taking flight right now. YGYI. Boom, pumped and dumped right back down. Nasty. Guys, I'm looking at the patterns. They're nasty right now. Not looking so hot. Maybe with OSN, I'm going to see. I'm going to put OSN over here. Where's my mouse? There we go. OSN. I want to see what this one right here on a 5 minute. So you see cup, maybe a cup and handle. These candles are all nasty over here, crazy bigger candles. But want to see if you can get a smaller candle that holds a 9 EMA. So maybe this will be a cup and handle-ish pattern. See if it can hold this 9. So I just want to see if this give you a smaller possible entry on a 9 EMA on a 5 minute, and see if the pattern will continue up. YGYI. If you guys will notice, once these hit trade IDs, you get these nasty. These were obviously everybody's looking at it, and you see if you're looking at trade IDs right now, it's all over it. So just see right here, if it gets a hold, that's a 5 SMA dot right there, that purple dot. See if it can hold, but again, it's a little bit. These bigger candles are nasty. That's a nasty high wave candle on a 1 minute. NBEV might be creeping up. Let's see. NBEV might be creeping. So you guys will see. Let me just adjust this trend line. Or kind of like right here as well. So it's kind of, buyers are holding. You can see it's kind of a 1, 2, 3, almost a triple bottom. Might be forming an ascending triangle right here. See what tool? The Carter. I just click right here and think or swim right up here. This line right here. That's how I'm drawing these trend lines. What's up, Awesomeness Maximus? All right, so see right here, we'll keep an eye if right here, that 610 area for NBEV. So it might be forming an ascending triangle. Again, needs to break above that 610 and then that 634 area. And OSN still struggling here at the 9 EMA. And NBEV right now rejecting at that 610 area. So OSN watching on a 5-minute, see if you can hold this 9 EMA. It's still struggling. And NBEV, let me go to a 5-minute chart right now. Crazy spinning top-ish candles right now. Needs to get again above that 610 area, then 634 resistance. Still struggling. And now you have kind of a double top failure. So these are having a tough time breaking out and holding. You'll see kind of struggling to break out above 610 here. And you'll see OSN broke out above 291 real quick, pop up, and then dumped right back down. But still trying to hold that 9 EMA, so we'll watch. I'm not digging NBEV right now. Sorry, guys. Hold on. I'm just putting on my... It's flannel season now in Connecticut. It's getting cold. Let me take a look at NIL. I see you guys talking about that. Goliath's talking about it. Broke pre-market high at 919. High day 935. Let's take a look at the daily. And sometimes Thinkorswim's charts get nasty. NIO. Are you looking on a 1 minute, Creed? Yeah, so you'll see it kind of had a, I don't know what you want to call that. Had ascending triangle-ish. Broke out, and then you kind of have a shooting star here on a 1 minute. Needs to get above that 935 marker. Nasty looking shooting star right there on a 1 minute though. Yeah, it's the 9 EMA. It's definitely far away, but it can go and break out. It needs to get above that 9 there. Look at that little peak above that 935. See if it can hold now. Keep an eye on some resistance around that 960s range. 950 to 960-ish area next up. AWSM is still creeping up on that 5 minute. Still contending with that, kind of that high wave-ish candle on a 5 minute. And it's struggling right in the 760s range. So I'm like, not loving that pattern. Alt still just is crazy, huh? 29 bucks. Still keeping an eye on OSN. It's still a little bit nasty, but seeing if it can hold that 9 EMA, give you a nice confirmation. You can see, again, possible cup and a handle. Nice job, iRoar. Oh, NBEV might be creeping. Let's go back over to NBEV. Look at that. I just turned my eye and looked. Didn't even see that. It just popped right up. Now you have kind of a double tweezer tops right here. on a 1 minute. Right below 950. What I was telling you guys. Be careful of 950, 960 resistance. NBEV. Dang. AWSM had another quick pop right there. Right above that 766. Right up to 789. Bam, bam. So you'll see the buyers are still holding right over here on NBEV. So just, again, it's a bit messy. Trading sideways, kind of roller coaster ride. So we'll have to see if this thing can get pushed up. But I was looking at the 5 minute, and the 5 minute was looking a little bit better, but not at this point right now. It still needs to choose a direction. And you see OSN is failing that 9 EMA, and it's not looking so hot right now. Yeah, so that's a possible. Creed says triple bottom on NBEV 1 minute. Possibly, yeah. 1, 2, 3 right down here. So, yeah, possible triple bottom right here. 1, 2, 3. And then kind of have like a... Again, it might be... Needs to choose a direction, right? It's just moving average lines, trading sideways. Angular support is holding, but you need these EMAs to separate and push price out. But again, if you kind of zoom out and see, it might be forming, might be forming a start of an ascending triangle, we'll have to say. Goliath says, ever since I started using the 9 EMA with support levels, I've been banking it. Love it. Gotta love that 9 EMA. And look at OSN dumping. All right, I'm going to move NBEV over. And you'll see, guys, these 5 minute candles right now on NBEV are just nasty. I was looking at CRNT. This one might be creeping a little bit. Again, not much volume going on over here, but it might be doing an ascending triangle right here. So watching to see if this thing will do a flat top break. So you guys can see that ascending triangle-ish pattern forming right there. See if this can break. Again, it's got that 339 pre-market resistance. And let's look at the daily. So it's got 343 or 340 to 343. So it's right up and around that 339 range. So I was just kind of looking at the pattern here right now. This thing may get a pop, 323 to 339. Maybe it has a shot. Again, I was just looking at the pattern here, showing you kind of an ascending triangle-ish pattern. See if it can go and break. You guys can see right up over in here. So you see kind of an ascending triangle. So if it can get above 325, maybe it has a pop up to that 339-ish area. It's a weird looking candle up at pre-market resistance, but yeah, AMD is just tanking right now. You can see NBEV is still struggling right at these lower trend lines right over here. You can see there's 1, 2, like 3 high wave-ish candles. I'm going to see if we can get above that. It's real nasty with all those wicks and shadows. Guys, the patterns are sloppy today, man. Let me see if there's anything else going on over. Still, I like the pattern here on CRNT, but I'd like to see some volume. Maybe it gets a quick pop, but not like an IGXT. NIHD. Oh, I'm looking at a 15. That's why I'm all messed up. All right, so NIHT might be intriguing here. Might be setting up for a flat top. You can see right around that 518 range, kind of doing in a flat top, almost ascending triangle area. You can see right up in here, you have 520s and then 540 range. Let's take a look at the daily. And might be trying to get above that 20 EMA on the daily. So it might be setting up for a possible reversal. It's a bit overextended from the 9 EMA. Just was kind of watching this. You can see if I draw... kind of trend line right here. So you can see kind of a possible ascending triangle right here. See if it can get above that 522-ish range, and then you have 539 next up if it can go. Again, you got to be careful when the candles get like up, you know, kind of has a high wave, a shooting star. It's a bit overextended on the 5 minute. But you got to find these patterns, guys. So like seeing these patterns like this, it's a little bit easier to kind of look at and manage than something like NBEV. You see how sloppy this is right here? It's just all over the place. You want to find these clearly kind of defined patterns and then obviously manage off of that. You can see right here, it needs to get above that. Where's my mouse? And sometimes you guys have this happen when you have multiple screens and then your mouse just doesn't... ever like to catch up. So you can see NIHD needs to get above that, kind of right around this 520s range. But you can see I could draw my trend line up over in here. I have a flat top area, and you can see where it needs to clearly get above. And you can use that area as risk. Like if it breaks out, you can use a candle close below that as your stop. So it's a little bit easier to risk off of. Whereas over in here, all these wicks and shadows get really nasty. Yeah, it gets stuck on the screen. Yeah, I don't like that with these freaking multiple screens, and it does that. It's super annoying. Is NIHD stuck? Let's go to the 1 minute chart. Yeah, so I'd actually probably do... Oh, there it goes. There he goes. So NIHD now needs to hold that 522 range or 522 support. And if so, it's got 539 resistance. I'm going to move NIHD over to the side. We'll keep an eye on that one. So 539, next up is resistance. So you had that flat top break. Now needs to get above right here. See that? Resistant, this area right here, that 522. Watch if there's a retest. If 522 retests and holds, then you'll see 539 would be next area, or also kind of right up in here as well. this, what is this? 532 as well. All is looking nasty right now. Nasty 5-minute shooting star. Dang, that one's crazy today. Right here, careful of right at that 532. Right here, 532 NIHD, then 539. You guys see how these patterns are very important? Super, super important. And you'll see. Flat top break. 518. And now watch possible reversal. What I tell you guys, right around here, 532. Watch it. So, again, 518 up to 5, what was that, 32? That's what was that, 14 cents? This would have been a nice potential scalp. Got to be careful right here on a, you know, it still has, it might be forming again, but bigger candlestick on a 5-minute. Be careful right around that 539 resistance. Man, AWSM is going crazy today, huh? Up at 8:30 now. Just be careful if you're looking at AWSM. Those candles on the 5-minute are getting a little bit shaky. And you can start drawing your trend line right here. Right there, right up to that 539, huh? Right up there, and you can kind of draw them down right here. So you get, be careful, guys, on NIHD, that 539. And if it can get above 539, might have some room up to, I'd say 550 to 560 area. So if it can break above 539, needs to break above that and hold and continue up. You can see right now it's struggling right around that 539 area. You guys see this? Right here, struggling right below that 539 on NIHD. So price is going up in that kind of that rising wedge right up to that 539. Now it's struggling below that 539 area. Again, had a flat top break over here, 518. Went up, broke. Oh, let me go to a 1-minute chart over here. So you kind of had this flat top break. You had 1, 2, and you kind of had a hammer here, but you had to be careful right in here. So these were your, this is a warning candle right up in here potentially, but it had a kind of a hammer as well. But right below resistance, 539, and then what did it do? It just smacked right back down. but nice potential scalp. 518, depending on when you held. If you got out around 32, 34, that's, what is that? 14, 16 cents. If you held up to 539, it's almost a 20-cent move. Now, at this point, it's a little bit shaky. It's a bit overextended. It's got to contend with this wick up top here on the 5-minute. So now I'd kind of just, at this point, kind of reset it. And I would just go, I'm just going to remove these lines over here. So now you got to watch the patterns. I'd let a 5-minute kind of pattern hold, see if it pulls back. Maybe it'll form a flag. You can see it's very overextended now on a 5-minute. So I'd let this thing kind of like reset, right? Don't want to chase it. AWSM, careful with that one. That's a bit overextended right now. And NBEV is just dumping. All right, let's see if there's any other ones. I see CRBP was hitting trade ideas. So it's pulling back right below $7. No coincidence, those whole and $half amounts. $7 needs to get above that $7 range to break out. And now it's struggling right around that 200 SMA right in here. So we'll, oops. Right around that black line, that 200 SMA. Nasty. Look at that nasty high wave-ish candle right here. Breakout, and now it's struggling in between here. So this is, if you're new, guys, you got to be very careful on these bigger candles like this. You have to be very quick when these stocks hit. When they hit trade ideas, if you don't hit them quick enough, that's when the shorts are waiting on the other side to try to short it right back down. So you have a very short window. And that's why, again, like I was telling you from the beginning, right? You want to have a combination of trade ideas and our watch list, right? Many of these that hit trade ideas, or when you're looking at our watch list, I showed you guys some that were taken off from the watch list. Oh, speaking of which, let's look at OSN. That one's starting to move up right now. And you can see what I show you guys on NIHD, rejected right below 539. Now it's dumping. Right back down to previous resistance. Now support, needs to hold. OSN. Right here, possible ascending triangle forming. We'll have to see if it can break. Needs to get above $3 now and hold right that. See that? Right when I put that line there, smacks right back down. So, gonna keep an eye on this right here. Maybe forming an ascending triangle. Let's go to a 1 minute here. Moving average line starting to separate, but be careful. Still needs to get above $3, and then that 309 area. If it rejects at 309, then you can have a possible double top. But you can see possible inverse head and shoulder dish as well. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder possibly. Needs to get above $3, and then that 310 range. Man, these patterns are nasty. So watching right here on NIHD, if a 5 minute smaller candle will hold right around that support line of that 522 level, where it broke out above here. If it can hold 522, then again it's got about that 532 again. So we'll see if it can kind of form maybe a flag right here. Give it a smaller ideal candlestick. You want to see it hold support, but right now it's got to watch for a pullback, right? So you ideally want a good daily setup, then a good 5-minute setup, and then look at your entries on a 1 minute. So many times if you miss that breakout right here, if we miss this breakout, then reset it on a 5-minute. Watch if the pattern will pull back and form on a 5-minute. And OSN maybe setting up. You'll see maybe right below that $3. Right between 3 and 310 is resistance. And OSN is struggling right below $3. So you guys can see it right through here, this resistance. So NIHD, I'd just like to see again. You had this nice kind of flat top. It broke, went up. Now I'd like to see again, since it's so far away from the 9 EMA, see if this 9 EMA will catch up and give you a smaller, something like that. You'd like to see something smaller like this, a smaller candle holding support, maybe a bull flag right here, but again, it's a bit overextended. We got to let the pattern form. OSN not looking so hot at the moment. NBEV is creeping. Let's take a look at that one. So NBEV might be trying to make another play up. It's got about that 6. It's still not loving the pattern on it right now. Might be doing a, let me just do this here. Might be doing a falling wedge pattern. There we go. Careful, right above that $6 range right here. It needs to get above $6. And then that 608, 610 area. There we go. Now it might be starting to break out. Next up, 634. This thing's starting to move now. And it's hitting trade ideas. Bam, that was quick, huh? That quick. NBEV halted. Nice job, David. Yeah. Dan, you're funny. CRNT, is that one creeping up back over? All right, so NIHD, this is what I was looking for, but I like to see better confirmation over here. Not loving this candle right here. Maybe a smaller green candle that can hold and push it up. Nice job, Sandra. So this is ideally what I'm kind of keeping an eye on an NIHD on a 5-minute. A smaller, let's see if a 5-minute candle will hold here and then possibly again just let this 9 EMA catch up on a 5-minute and see if it'll push it back up for a possible continuation. It's got to contend with this wick up here though, so you got to be careful. Nice job on those of you guys making money off NBEV. And AWSM is still moving up. Careful of 868 resistance. It's got that kind of like that spinning top high wave-ish candle. And NBEV is actually, again, I was saying before, it's halted, so we'll see what happens. At this point, needs to get above that 634 area right over in here. And then next up will be... Oh, it's got some room if it can go. I'll put $7 would be next up. $7 at 720 area, so we'll put it because $7 is going to be psychological resistance. Whole dollar amounts. Put it right on there. Angel, if you're listening, that's a good question. We should do an article on halts. Let me text myself. I should put a... Let me text myself as a reminder. Do you guys do this too? I always text myself reminders. I'm so not... Let's see, halt article. And so I literally have tons of text for myself. I just like it easier than doing reminders or notes. You email yourself? Yeah, I always text myself. And NIHD, what I was telling you guys. You text yourself too. What I was showing to you guys before, remember I said I didn't like this candle right over here on the 5-minute. I wanted to see something more green, right? And you guys will see. So it didn't hold. So now, at this point, it's not looking so hot, but it's still in contention if it can hold this 9 EMA, but it's shaky right now. So I'm going to put that one off to the side. And NBEV reopened back up after the halt. Needs to get above that 634 area and hold. Look at that. Nasty high wave. Bam. Right down, right at resistance. 634, short right back down. Bam. Sure, let me take a look, Goliath. And so NBEV smacked right down. Kind of a double top right now. So we'll re-clear. Now you kind of have a top right over here, and now like this. It might, you know, it might be. I wouldn't discount it yet. Right now it's struggling, but maybe it'll form an ascending triangle, see if it can hold. So we'll peripherally keep an eye on it. This is with NIHD. Keep an eye on this. This is what I'm looking for. I want to see a potential green hold candle above the 9 EMA for a possible move up. You said what, Cron? Let me take a look at Cron. So Cron, you can kind of connect right up over in here. So possible symmetrical triangle-ish pattern. I personally am just not a fan of symmetrical triangles. I just do not like them. And so that's the thing too, guys. Look, on this daily, it's just a nasty spinning top-ish, high wave-ish candle. I just don't like all these like spinning tops and high waves. I just do not like trading those. Not saying you can't, but I'm just not a huge fan. So look at this nasty high wave-ish like spinning. It's just a nasty candle. So can you trade it? Sure. But then it's like, so you got it kind of on the daily as well. Let's go to the hourly. Let's see if I can do it on the hourly. Same kind of thing on the hourly. It's kind of sloped downwards a little bit, but just look at it. Just have fun if you trade. I'm just not a fan of those. It's just a mess right now. Hopefully that helped you. Guys, look at NIHD. So 5 minute hasn't formed yet, but let's take a look at the one. Might be crossing, needs to get above that 527-ish range here. Still struggling. See if these moving average lines will separate and push it above. But still, again, it's a little bit this pattern I don't really like. But we'll take a look at again at the 5 minute. Kind of had kind of a flag-ish pattern right over here. Ish. So it's not great, you know, so you see a flat top kind of break, but the flat, I'm not loving this one. I like to see it better, more defined, but we'll see if this 5 minute will hold and continue up. And then be careful, that 539 needs to get above that. If it rejects there, it could be a possible double top failure if it doesn't break. Let me see on which one on Cron. Let me see. Maybe I'm seeing it wrong. Are you seeing the falling wedge right here? Yeah, it does have a on a 1 minute. Yeah, so I can see you're saying a kind of a falling wedge here. See, to me, guys, like I just I'm just not a fan of it like that. I just like, to me, I see this, and for me, my brain, I don't like it. Doesn't mean you can't trade it. It's just not a fan of charts like that. I like more of stuff like this. I like to see it a little bit better. You know, I don't like it right now with NIHD, but kind of like I like the nice flat tops. Again, this is still not the greatest for me, but at least I can see, okay, kind of a flat top, you know, a little bit easier to risk off of. It's just kind of more my style. AWSM might be setting up for a break of $9. Let's take a look at AWSM. Now it's rejecting right below $9. No coincidence, guys. Those whole and half dollar amounts. Trend line right here. So keep an eye on it. Remember, I think it's at all-time highs at this point. Yeah, I think it is. So got to be careful of these spinning top or these doji candles. So it might be doing a double top failure if it can't hold right now. Later, Red. Let me look at NBEV. So NBEV is still kind of holding. Might be doing an ascending triangle. Kind of has a double top or double bottom. Might be shaky on the 5 minute right now. But let's take a look at the 1 minute. Kind of double top failed on a 1 minute, but kind of has an inverse head and shoulders ish on a 1. This is a real nasty one right now. This could go either way. Again, might be forming an ascending triangle. You can see an inverse head and shoulders on a 1 minute, but these candles are they're really nasty right now. So it all depends your risk tolerance. Again, I'm more of a slower, methodical pattern to trader. So for someone like me in a 1 minute, trading this in and out gets a little bit too hairy for me. Again, you'll see I always kind of go back to these 5 minute chart setups. I like seeing things that are slow and methodical. Creed, Creed, your memes are the best. When you see a messy chart, what in the name of Warren Buffett is this chart doing? That's funny. Leo Messi, right? Is that Messi? Oh, that's... I like that, Creed. Good one. Nice job. Dan, you should steal that one. Put that on Instagram. Love it. All right, so now keep an eye on it right here. Might be forming a hammer right here, and a hammer on a 1 minute. See if it can get above that $6. But yeah, I'm more of like the... You know, I'm kind of a slower trader. I like to let the patterns form. I like to have a good 5 minute chart set up. When I see something like this, for me personally, it's just not my style. Dan loves this. Me personally, I'd rather kind of look at a 5 minute setup, wait for the pullback, look for a good pattern to trade. And if I miss an entry, like if I miss it on a 1 minute, I miss it, you know? And like I was telling you at this earlier, I didn't really like this setup right now. Like I was like, and I don't like, again, so here's my green. It's kind of like an inverted hammer here, but I don't like, I was saying wait for this 5 minute pattern to hold. I don't really like that candlestick right now. So I wasn't really liking it or not doing what I wanted to do. But again, NBEV, keep an eye on it. You know, this one might go. You'll see right here, real quick. It poked up real quick, right back down. So you'll see it broke above that hammer, 606 to 610, and dumped right back down. Yeah, you got to use that one, Dan. That's a great, great chart. Dan, I hope you're on the road soon. This is your friendly reminder. If you're listening, better get in your car. CRNT is creeping, guys. The volume is still very low. I'm going to move NBEV over to the side. CRNT is still kind of creeping on that flat top from earlier. Broke out a little bit. It is. It's true, though. I'm having dialogue through text and through chat. I shall not... The person shall remain nameless. AWSM is still creeping. So, again, on AWSM, it's another one I was showing you guys from earlier. Might be doing an ascending triangle. This is a 1 minute chart. Right there, watch for that $9. Maybe doing an ascending triangle. $9, very important. Needs to get above that for a break and hold. There you go. Watch out for $9 support now after it broke above. Bam, right back down. So as you guys can see, as price got above that $9 range, that flat top, many times it comes back down and retests. You want to see that retest hold. And right now, on a 1 minute, it's tweezer topping. That's funny. Tidro, I'm a bigger fan of this room now that I know at least 3 people in it recognize Leo. Do you mean it for Leo Messi? That was a great pun on words, play on words there, Creed. Ha, nice. Dang, look at this chart on NBEV. This is nasty, hot wicks and shadows on those. Keep an eye again on AWSM, see if it will hold. You can see it's still holding this lower trend line. Just remember, I believe this is one at all-time highs, right? Yeah, so that's the trouble with these all-time high ones. There's no like resistance level to go off of, so you have to be very careful with these when they break out. There's really no level for it to go off of, right? So I don't know, there's no previous resistance level, so you have to be very careful with those. Still holding. Now be careful right here again, this 9 to 908 range. Still going. But remember, just be careful. You've had 1 pullback, 2 pullbacks, 3 pullbacks right now. 3 pullbacks and all-time highs. We got to be very, very careful. I'm just watching it because it's kind of intriguing right now. Let me look at that fallen wedge on Cron. So there you go. Look at AWSM, huh? Again, this would make me nervous. And it's hitting trade ideas now, so don't be surprised if this thing dumps. Yeah, careful of that shooting star right on that 1 minute. Be very careful over here on AWSM. Cron. Yep, there you go. That falling wedge. It is. I see what you're saying. It's tightening. Oh, I hate those patterns. I hate this. Let's tighten it up a little bit. Look at frickin' AWSM, huh? Yeah, I know what you're saying, Creed, on NBEV. Let me pull that up. Yeah, I'm seeing what you mean on NBEV, NBEV. So Creed is saying on NBEV, you can see a nice inverse head and shoulders, aka W pattern. Yeah, there is a left shoulder head, right shoulder. It's just, you have to be quick, guys. You have to be very, very quick on these. So you can see the left shoulder, the head, the right shoulder, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. So you have to be very quick. Unbelievable AWSM, for crying out loud. Look at that. For those of you guys that had the cojones to trade that, congratulations. If any of you did. Yeah, AMD double bottom possible. Guys, if you're new, you got to be careful of this. See this? It breaks out like this. Just be so careful. So now 985. I'm just waiting for this thing to dump. I was waiting for this thing to take a dump, but not yet. Look at this. There goes NBEV. As you can see, guys, these traders are just in and out, in and out, in and out on this thing. So they're seeing this inverse head and shoulders. They're seeing, again, this possible ascending triangle. But you have to be very quick on it. And there you go on the 5 minute. It looks a little bit better. It's still shaky, though. Yeah, don't buy. Yeah, see, don't buy AWS. I'm up here. See this, guys? That's what I was telling you. It's at all-time highs. You got to be so careful. There's no gauge to go off of. I mean, you could just assume $10 is going to be resistance up here, just from being whole and $half amounts. But this is nasty. Go to the 1 minute. Yeah, shooting star candle. Oh. Just got back from my Chinese. Oh, good morning, Lucian. Off topic. Look up Mind Soul inserts for your shoes for your back. Amazing. Just got back from my Chinese doctor and it gives a thumbs up. Nice. Hold on. Let me, I'm going to, guys, you also do, not only do I text myself, I also send myself Facebook messages. So when I'm talking to you guys, hey, can you send me an Amazon link? Creed? Who said that? Goliath or Creed say that? Who said that? Who just said about Mind Soul? Oh, Big Bear. Big Bear, can you send me a... Let me just do this. Dub. There we go. Cool. Just sent myself a Facebook message. Yeah, I actually use the Dr. Scholl's. All right, guys, you want to see something funny? I'll make you guys laugh. All right. So, because I'm standing all the time, you guys want to see some ugly looking shoes? I ain't going to lie. These are what I wear. Brooks. You guys ever know Brooks? Well, I got the Brooks Addiction Walkers. So if you guys see these shoes right now, these are old school, ugly looking shoes. But if you see, they have a nice base. I wouldn't be caught dead wearing these out in public. No offense to those of you guys that would. But I use these Brooks, really good, really great support. And then I take these Dr. Scholl's and then I put them in there. And then, oh, I ain't showing my, what? What do you mean? Yeah, I am. It's right here. This is my camera. Is there some, you can't see them? Hold on, let me see them on YouTube. No cam on Zoom. Oh, you're not on YouTube. Oh, sorry guys. That's right. See, you guys are missing it today. I'll give you guys a, what are these? I'll give you guys, here, I'll show you a link. I'll go to Amazon. We'll give them a good plug because I ain't going to lie. They're actually pretty good. These have worked out really good. Brooks Addiction Walker. These things are like the ugliest shoes ever. And I buy the strap ones right here. If you're in the trade room, I'm going to post a link right now. There you go. So those are what I got. And I put the strap ones on because I'm always at this computer. I was going to say stupid computer. Yeah, I'm always at the stupid computer, standing all day long. So I bought those shoes and then I bought the Dr. Scholl's. So I actually give those guys, I like those shoes. They're ugly as heck. I would not leave the house. And then I got one of the mats. So AWSM still holding right here in a 1 minute. Man, no chill. I know, aren't those things ugly? I tell you, I would never wear them outside of the house. They're like ugly looking Doctors, old school. But if you put inserts in them, keep an eye on NBEV, huh? See what happens, guys? I talk about Dr. Scholl's and Brooks, and then these stocks start to move. Let's see. Oh, yeah, they're super old school. I'm really into more old school, like cool shoes, but not for that. So for standing on my computer, those Brooks are really good. So maybe I'll look at those Mind inserts to put inside here. The Dr. Scholl's have been pretty good, so we'll see. But yeah, I always have back issues standing all day long. I go to a massage therapist, and I literally gonna have, instead of getting my back done, I gotta have them like always massage my forearms and my wrist from standing at the computer all day long. I have an adjustable desk, I do. But the problem is I stand at this thing for, I don't even know, hours every day. So I have an adjustable desk. And yes, I have an anti-fatigue mat. It's really good. So I had a Veridesk. I got a, what do you call it? A Veridesk. But then I had to, I moved. You'll see I kind of have like a little, I don't know what you call this thing, an overhang, kind of in a townhouse here. And so I have an overhang, but then I had to like go to Home Depot and chop some wood for a smaller desk. So I got this really beautiful Veridesk, and now I only use the bottom of the Veridesk, and I have some, it's a whole contraption I got set up here. All right, big. Yeah, I'm going to have to take a look at those. That's amazing, Creed. I'm going to steal that right now. Feeling old from trading Brooks. Yes, I'm going to save this right now. And I am going to save this meme. Brooks sneakers. That's funny because Dan Dan posted this earlier today. Good news, I'm not streaming today, so today you get the Lucian show. Enjoy. That's funny. I am who I am, guys. I prefer talking about shoes at times than stocks, right? Now, if you get me an ASOS, this is the real place you guys got to go. ASOS. ASOS. Thanks, Big Bear. Go right over to here. This is my favorite place to shop. Now, some of you guys, just to show you guys some redemption, because this is my place to shop. ASOS. But, whoa. No, I would not wear that, though. Heck no. Although I'm getting borderline. So this is not where I don't like to wear this stuff. But it's a really cool shop. This is my favorite. Man, they're getting some... I don't go too funky, guys. But ASOS really good. Huge plug for ASOS. They do great return policy. They're awesome. So I do not wear Brooks shoes outside in public. All right. Danner? What is Danner? Is that like a... See what happens, guys? You talk about clothes, and then I go on a whole tangent on clothes. Keep an eye on NBEV. Things slowly creeping up here. Up and down, right? In and out, in and out. Right over here. In, out, in, out. Let's look at the 5 minute. It's creeping. Still keep an eye on this NBEV over here. And AWSM seems to like not want to have any chill today. You got to be careful with this one. See if it's so overextended. Still seems to keep moving up though. And OSN might be creeping up as well. Let's take a look. NBEV is creeping. Rick, that's funny. OSN. So this is another one. Kind of has this like... Again, maybe forming that ascending triangle. So as you can see, kind of side by side, right? NBEV and OSN. Needs to get above $3, then $3.10. And NBEV definitely has the patterns. Just been nasty. These wicks and shot. There, look at that. So look at that. Freaking NBEV. Bam. Now a hit and trade ideas. All right, now you got support at 634. Freaking NBEV. That was fast. Bam, bam. Support now at right around that 633. Got to be careful on this one right now. Don't be surprised if this thing drops. Right below 650 it rejected. $1.5 amount. See if it can get above. Keep an eye on OSN too. This one may want to start to got to be very quick on these. So at that, right above 650 now, it's failing 650 area. Where is the next up? Probably that $7 range, right up to $7 if it can get up there. Well, be careful, guys. If you're new, you got to be careful buying way out here, not at resistance levels, support levels. This thing could just have some no chill at this. Bam. Jeez. Yeah, let me pull up Cron. We'll see. Let's take a look at that one. Yep. Cron might be trying to break out of that falling wedge. See if we can get above that 200 SMA and VWAP. Don't sleep on OSN. OSN might, it's just, that one's intriguing me. I'm looking at it on the 5-minute. Just still creeping. Still building that possible ascending triangle right up here. Watch out for tweezer tops on a 1-minute here for NBEV. Might be setting up for a reversal. So look at $7 area for resistance, about 650 support. Watch out for tweezer tops. See, it's rejecting right around that 680-ish marker. Now see if it'll form a flag on a 1-minute. That's that 5 SMA right there. See if it'll maybe give you a little bit of a flag and maybe give you one more quick pop, we'll say. There it goes, huh? Watch out for $7. What did David just post? Shorts are dead at 635. We will hit 7 to 8, let's say. Watch $7. Still keep an eye on OSN over here, just slowly building. Careful again on NBEV on the 5-minute, very overextended, or even on the 1-minute as well. Possible tweezer top formation on a 5-minute. I'm going to wrap it up in a couple minutes, guys. Just watching NBEV and OSN right now. So NBEV needs to get above that $7. Showing some weakness right up in here. Spinning high wave top candles. Be careful of NBEV reversing with a 680 reverse right below $7. Be careful, look out. Still keep an eye on this OSN. Just show you guys what I'm looking at with NBEV. You got to be careful. This is where it's important to have multiple time frames set up. Whereas the 1 minute might be showing maybe it's going to hold, but then the 5 minute could be saying, oh, this is maybe forming a spinning top candle. So you got to watch and see. And now it's looking very shaky at the moment. And these 3 spinning top candles, bam! See, there you go, guys. Watch 650 support, $7 resistance. No coincidence. Whole and $half amounts. All right. So this is fun today, guys, huh? Talk some stocks, talk some Brooks shoes. ASOS did not give me a good showing when I went to the site, you know. That was a little bit crazy, the clothes. I don't buy those crazy ones. I am broaching into, though, there is some of the flowered thing going on. So I did buy a couple somewhat of these flowered shirts the other day. I went to Urban Outfitters. I kind of like that place. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I got some shirts over there the other day. Brooks shoes. Did I call it Bricks? I meant to say Brooks. So I do give a shout out to Brooks Addiction Shoes. Oh, they are Bricks. Looking for the Bullish Bears discount on Brooks. Oh, yeah, right? Should I go get... You guys want to... I'll show you guys... You guys should switch to YouTube. I'll show you a couple shirts I just got that have the flowers on it, and then I'll wrap up. Give me a sec. I'll show you guys. If you guys are on YouTube, I'll give you a show of a couple shirts I just got. Hold on 1 second. I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep these shirts and try to rock it, but if you're on YouTube and you can see, I just got this one the other day. I'm not sure if I can do this, if I feel comfortable, but I just got this one here. And then I also got this one right here. These are both from Urban Outfitters. So if you can see them over here. If you're not on YouTube, guys. See, for those of you guys who are on YouTube, you freebies are getting a show today. Oh, you want to hold on? All right, I'll show you again. Again, these would definitely be good Bali shirts. Tell me when you're on. Are you on it, Creed? I'll show you again one more time. All right, so I'll give you the more milder one right here. This is the milder one. They actually had matching jogger pants to go with this, and I was like, ah. So I don't know, guys. I'm still torn if I'm going to wear this. It's got nice, comfortable fabric, though. I'll tell you, it's like cotton or something. It's pretty nice. I like it. So this, wait till you see, Creed. Hold on. That's just one. But the next one, I don't even know. I don't know what to say to this. What do you think, Creed? You like it? What do you guys think? We'll see. So that's my show for you guys today. We'll see. We'll see. If any of you guys watch wrestling, if you guys watch wrestling, Elias is one of the new kind of newer wrestler. He is awesome. And he wears all those like flowered shirts, but then he wears the scarves and all that. But he's got like cool long hair and he's got the big beard and stuff. I don't know. I'm sure some people will be like, what the heck's this guy wearing? But it's a new thing. I always swore I would never wear skinny jeans. And now that's what I wear. I wear skinny jeans all the time. Many times they're more comfortable. Careful with NBEV. Right here. Over $7. Goober all the way. Yeah, so guys, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to say I'm totally comfortable wearing those flower shirts. I haven't technically worn them out in public yet, so we'll see if I do. I don't know. Yes, yes, I do like WWE. I do. But so what I do is I watch wrestling, but I don't watch the wrestling parts. I just kind of, I DVR it, and then I fast forward to the wrestling parts until like 80% of the match is over. I like the drama parts. But wrestling was so much better back in the day. Some of your friends are fanatics. Yeah, I love it. I don't know. I like it. AWSM. Whoa, jeez. AWSM. I could do my Hulk Hogan impression for you guys. The Macho Man. Ooh, yeah. And then there was Hulk Hogan. The only thing I could do with Hogan was when he's like, let me tell you something, brother. That's a good one, right? Ultimate Warrior. Yeah, he was good. The Rock was the best, though. I don't know. The Rock, and then the other sleeper was CM Punk. I totally miss CM Punk. He was awesome. Stone Cold was good. The Rock was just hilarious. But Elias now, I do like. Elias is really funny. Ric Flair, yeah. Alright, guys. I think the show is over today. For those of you guys listening on YouTube, you'll see right over here. Final words on AMD before I go. I'll give you a look. Let me take a look. AMD. Yeah. What did it say? Oh, DDP? Oh, Diamond Dallas Page. Yep, he was good too. Let's take a look here. It's kind of trading sideways right now. Let me look at the hourly with AMD. Kind of has a descending triangle-ish pattern going on. I don't know how I feel about AMD right now, to be honest with you. I don't know. Not sure how I feel about it. Although, hold on, let me go back over. Yeah, if it can hold that 9 EMA and break out, possibly. On the hourly, it's a bit bearish. So it kind of has a falling wedges, but also kind of a descending triangle. So you got to see. Creed, that's amazing. That was good. Creed, we're just going to have you just send us memes every day and we'll post them on social media. All right, guys. So for those of you guys that aren't members yet, we have our trade rooms, day trade, swing trade, futures room. For those of you guys that got annoyed about me talking about flowered shirts today, I'll probably take you off other times too, because sometimes I'll talk about Bali and gurus and lots of stuff. I like to talk stocks and then I like to make jokes. So for those of you guys that don't like jokes and only like to talk stocks, the good news is Dan streams a lot. And Dan's a funny guy, but he actually focuses more on stocks. Sometimes he jokes. So when I stream, you might get more jokes, a little bit less on stocks. And if you don't like me, then wait for Dan. But if you do like me, then thank you. Appreciate it. Then I'll try to give you some jokes. But anyways, we have day trade room, swing trade room, futures room. We do our watch list, our trade alerts. For what I showed you guys earlier, guys, if you want to see if we're legit, just go right over to our blog right over here. Later, Shock. Go to trade alerts results and just pick random weeks, guys. We'll go back and I'll just show you guys. Let's go over here. Let's go to a random week. And you'll see, let's take a look at July 20th. %85. Let's go to June 22nd. %82. And June 1st. 83%. So what I tell you guys at the beginning of this stream when I started, our trade alerts go off between, 80 to 90% of the time. So guys, super, super important. Take our trade. We send this stuff out every night. We email out our watch list and our trade alert setups. We have lots of videos that we made in the past, and I'll be making some more as well, of how we just map out our support and resistance. Just redoing a whole bunch of videos. Awesomus Maximus. I'm kind of updating a lot of stuff behind the scenes. So as you guys will see, again, our trade alerts fire off 80 to 90% of the time. So if you're new, take our trade alerts on our watch list each night, upload them into your brokerage account or manually. Guys, it takes 2 minutes to input them into your, if you have a different broker other than Thinkorswim, just put the symbols in there. Look at our trade alerts. Guys, we send out the alerts. You'll see when you click on the alerts, or actually, are they on there? You'll see right here, we kind of, excuse me, we do this here. We basically tell you in the notes what we're looking for, right? If you're new, this is going to take you some time to learn. Don't just expect to come in and just be able to trade overnight. Trading's hard work. It takes a long time. I'll save you guys the rant, but bottom line, if you think you're going to get rich quick in the stock market, you're not. You'll get lucky, and then you'll blow up your account like most people do if you don't know support and resistance. So what you got to do is come and bust your butt every day, put in our watch list and our alerts, and practice. So basically take our watch list and our alerts, and you'll see our alerts fire off 80 to 90% of the time. So you'll take them, excuse me, and you'll open a virtual account. Use a virtual account like Thinkorswim or Interactive Brokers. Those are two of our favorite brokers. Take our watch list alerts, practice in a virtual account, make a couple hundred, 200, 300, 400 practice trades over the course of months. If you're like, well, that takes way too long to do, I don't want to do that, well, then blow up your brokerage account, right? If you don't want to take the time that trading deserves, then blow up your account, lose your money, right? If you don't want to lose your money and blow up your account, which most people don't want to do, then you got to practice. So you come in each night, you practice in a virtual account, and you come into our trade rooms every day and get ready to work. A couple hours we do between Dan and myself. We're in the trade rooms, talking, practicing. Some days are more eventful from other days. Some days are boring. Some days we do comedy. Some days we don't, And you're going to practice over the course of months. If you want to become a good trader overnight, not going to happen unless you're an anomaly. It's going to take months, if not a year plus, for you to become comfortable. And I say to people, if you don't want to put in the work, then quit. Quit or blow up your brokerage account, right? Or you bust your butt and you work hard. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, guys. Trading is hard. That's why we try to have fun, make it light, because that's why we have our community, right? So if you're not a member of our community on Facebook, you'll see right over here. Where are we? Right up here. You can come join us. We have about, what do we have now? 32,000 members. We started off with 40 people in Tim's stock market journey. Now we're up over 32,000 people. What is Creed? I'm reading your message, Creed. Number one thing to help save time when trading. Talk to Dan on that one. My brain's fried right now, Creed. I'm trying to think of one. I probably have several. EMW says, I'm out feeling like a winner today. Bullish Bears team. I always think of Best Buy team. Thank you. You guys are worth every penny and hour I've invested. Love it. Awesome. All right, guys. So, yeah, again, join us on Facebook. So we have our whole Facebook community over here. Really good community. Shout out to the mods, any of you guys that are listening. You guys do a great job keeping all the spammers, the trolls, the garbage out. All the political nonsense, the infighting. We keep it all that crap out of our community. Good, solid community. So come and join us on Facebook if you haven't already. So we have a whole huge community on Facebook of other traders. And then on our website, we have our trade rooms. So we have our daily community. We're chatting in our rooms over here. Shout out to our mods in there, Rose and Melrod and everybody that helps out in our trade rooms. So again, we have more community support over here, and our trade rooms are open 24/7, guys. So when I'm done with the stream, people still talk and help each other out. So we have community over here in our trade rooms, on our Facebook group. And then we now just opened up our forum. So free users, we're working on getting free users, logins over here. But if you're a paid member over here, go start chatting in the forum. We're starting to get it up and running. So it's a little bit light right now, but go start talking and doing stuff over there. So, man, hold on. I'm losing my voice or something. So this is going to be another place that we're going to kind of create a whole community under our forum. H-Cotman, thanks for everything. I've learned so much. Still paper trading, but up $1,275 today. Awesome job. So yeah, come and start chatting in the forum over here. Another great place. So we have our Facebook group, we have our trade rooms, and we have a forum for community. It's all about community, guys, because again, trading is hard. It takes a lot of time to learn, and you need to be around other people and practice and have community. And if you're new, thousands of dollars worth of courses over here. So as you guys will see, we have a whole bunch of stuff that we offer for you guys. You can click subscribe right over here. Come and join us. We're only $49 a month or $300 for the year. You know, if you want to compare us to other companies, you'll see we're still, you know, a quarter to a third less than most other companies that are out there. So very good deals. All right, guys. So that's what I got for you guys today. You all have a wonderful rest of your day. Buy Brooks Addiction shoes if you want to stand at your computer all day. Just don't wear them out in public. Shop at ASOS and buy the less floweried shirts. They have great return policy and their clothing's good. Urban Outfitters, hit or miss. Or you can go shop at JCPenney's, whatever you'd like. All right, guys, you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will catch you all later. Enjoy.